Angelos Ange Postecoglou is an Australian former football player and the head coach of the Australian National Association football team. He is the most successful Australian club coach with 2 premierships, 4 championships and a continental title. Early life: Postecoglou was born in Athens, Greece, and emigrated to Australia from his native country at the age of 5, growing up in Melbourne, Victoria. In his early years he grew up playing Australian rules football and is a lifelong supporter of the Carlton Football Club in the Australian Football League. Playing career: Postecoglou played 193 games from 1984 to 1993 for South Melbourne in the National Soccer League, where he was involved in their 1984 and 1990 Euro 91 titles, the latter as captain, before moving into coaching. International career: in his international playing career, Postecoglou represented Australia on 4 occasions between 1986 to 1988 as well as representing Australia at youth level in 1985. Coaching career: South Melbourne Postecoglou coached South Melbourne from 1996 until 2000. He led them to consecutive National Soccer League titles in 1997 a Euro 98 and 1998 a Euro 99, as well as winning the 1999 Oceania Club Championship, which in turn led to their participation in the 2000 FIFA Club World Championship. After the 1999 Euro 2000 NSL season, he stood down from the South Melbourne coaching role when he was appointed coach of the Australian youth team. He is the only person to have been involved in all 4 of South Melbourne's NSL title-winning teams, the first 2 as a player and the latter 2 as coach. Young Socceroos Following his domestic coaching success, Postecoglou became coach of Australia's youth sides in 2000. During his tenure, he played a role in identifying and developing Australian players. Postecoglou was involved in an on-air argument with football pundit Craig Foster on the World Game. He was replaced as coach in February 2007 after the Australia failed to qualify for the 2007 FIFA U20 World Cup. After his departure as coach of the Australian youth teams, Postecoglou worked as a football pundit for Fox Sports and as an elite consultant to Football Federation Victoria. Panakaiki Postecoglou coached the 3rd Division Greek club, Panakaiki Patras, from March 2008 to December 2008. Brisbane Roar On October 16, 2009, Postecoglou was signed as the new Brisbane Roar coach, replacing Frank Farina. Postecoglou started rebuilding the team by getting rid of Liam Reddy, Craig Moore, Bob Malcolm and Charlie Miller. Tommy Orr, Michael Zulo and Adam Sirota were bought by Dutch club FC Utrecht and striker Sergio van Dijk went to Adelaide United. Postecoglou, who asked to be judged a year from the time he took over, proved the critics wrong by winning and playing an entertaining brand of football. The Roar's possession-based style of play under Postecoglou earned them the nickname Roarcelona. The 4-0 win against Adelaide United in round 13 was highly praised in the media as some of the best football the A-League has ever seen. Postecoglou led the Roar to the Premiership and Championship in the 2010 Euro 11 season, winning the Grand Final 4 Euro 2 on penalties against the Central Coast Mariners in front of 52,168 people at Lang Park. The Roar only lost 1 game all season and went on a 36-game unbeaten run, which broke the previous Australian football record. On March 18, 2011, he signed a 2-year extension with the club keeping him until the 2013 Euro 14 season. Postecoglou's side continued their winning streak in the 2011 Euro 12 season and now hold the all-time Australian Football Code record for longest undefeated sporting streak of 36 games, surpassing rugby league side Eastern Suburbs record set 74 years ago. Postecoglou is managed by sports management company Football Focus International. In the 2011 Euro 12 season, Brisbane Roar became the first team to win back-to-back A-League championships and Postecoglou became the most successful Australian domestic football coach, with 4 national titles. On April 24, 2012, Postecoglou announced his resignation as head coach of Brisbane Roar. Postecoglou left the Roar after 2.5 years, during which he led the club to back-to-back A-League championships, a premiership and consecutive qualification for the AFC Champions League. Melbourne victory. On April 26, 2012, it was announced that he had signed a 3-year contract with A-League club Melbourne Victory as head coach. Postecoglou started rebuilding the team by releasing Matthew Kemp, Grant Brubner, Rodrigo Vargas, Tom Pondiljak, Ante Arovia, Carlos Hernandez, Harry Quell and Fabio Alves, with Jean Carlos Sola Cubed Rosano and Herbe Lucido returned to their respective clubs after their loan deals had expired. Postecoglou rounded up his squad by signing Jonathan Brew, Guillaume Finkler, Adama Traore copyright, Marcos Flores, Mark Milligan, Theo Markellis, Sam Gallagher and Spars Delovski. Postecoglou's first game in charge of Melbourne Victory was the Round 1 clash against crosstown rivals Melbourne Heart, an encounter which the Victory lost to €1. His first win came against Adelaide United in Round 4, with the Victory prevailing to €1. The following year, Melbourne Victory made the A-League preliminary final after beating Perth Glory in an elimination final to €1 at Docklands Stadium. Melbourne Victory then played in the preliminary final against Central Coast Mariners and lost to €0. Australian national team. Postecoglou was appointed head coach of Australia on October 23, 2013 on a 5-year contract, replacing German Holger Orsiek, who was sacked after successive 6-0 defeats to Brazil and France. Postecoglou was tasked with regenerating the Australian national team, which was deemed to have been too reliant on members of their golden generation of 2006, subsequently leading to a stagnation of results, culminating in successive 6-0 defeats to Brazil and France. In his first game as Australia's manager, a home friendly match against Costa Rica, Australia won 1-0, courtesy of a goal from Tim Cahill. 2014 FIFA World Cup. For the 2014 FIFA World Cup, Australia were drawn in Group B alongside reigning cup holders Spain, 2010 runners-up Netherlands and Chile. Their first match was off to a lackluster start, having conceded only a goal from Tim Cahill before losing to South America's Chile 3-1. Their second match against the Netherlands was a close one, but their efforts ended in a 3-2 loss, thus earning their early exit along with the Spanish team. Australian fans praised the team for their outstanding efforts in a tough group. In the end, Australia finished Group B with a third defeat to former world champions Spain 3-0. Australia's competitive World Cup performances in a difficult group led to belief that a new golden generation was about to begin. 2015 AFC Asian Cup. Postecoglou coached Australia in 2015 AFC Asian Cup. Australia beat Kuwait 4-1 and Oman 4-0, but lost to South Korea 0-1 in the qualifying rounds, before beating China in quarter-final and United Arab Emirates in the semi-final. Australia then beat South Korea 2-1 in extra time to win in the final to win its first AFC Asian Cup, marking for the first time in the history an Australian manager won a continental title. Also, he became the first Greek to win a tournament as a head coach. Australia results. Honours. Player. Club, South Melbourne, National Soccer League Championship, 1984, 1990 Euro 91, National Soccer League Premiership, 1992 Euro 93, National Soccer League Southern Conference, 1984, 1985, NSL Cup, 1989 Euro 90. Manager. Club, South Melbourne, NSL Premiership, 1997 Euro 98, NSL Championship, 1997 Euro 98, 1998 Euro 99, Oceania Club Championship, 1999, Brisbane Roar. Brisbane Roar, A-League Premiership, 2010 Euro 11, A-League Championship, 2010 Euro 11, 2011 Euro 12. Country, Australia, AFC Asian Cup, 2015, Office U20 Championship, 2001, 2002, 2005, AFF U19 Youth Championship, 2006, Office U17 Championship, 2001, 2003, 2005. Individual, National Soccer League Coach of the Year. 1997-98, PFA Manager of the Year, 2010 November, A-League Coach of the Year, 2010 Euro 2011. Managerial statistics, as of October 8, 2015. References. External links, Melbourne Victory Profile, AS Football Profile, FIFA Profile.